You're listening to the Yips Podcast, hosted by Aaron Furman, Matt Brunke, and Andrew Garcia. Another edition of the Yips Podcast starts right now.
Like I said, we have a wider range of guests. We're not just focused on Chicago players. This week, like I said, we got the Dodgers on. Every single interview, you're going to hear something different, hear the life of a player, which is what we want to bring to you guys. So thank you for allowing us to do this. And our episode this week, like you said, Ryan Pepiot. We're going to get into that right now.
All right, everyone. Ryan Pepiot. So I want to start with this. So obviously, I mentioned you made your debut. Walk us through going to Pittsburgh of all places to have your debut and how that whole thing went, because we had you on the show the day before opening day. Yeah, just no big deal podcast making a start the next day. And then it seemed like a couple months later, you're up in the bigs, you're pitching against Pittsburgh. So how did that go?
It's kind of a crazy story. It was like a month after we did that, like a month and like a week or something like that. It's kind of crazy. I was at a coffee shop in Oklahoma City, at 8 a.m. or something like that with Lil. And I was getting ready, packed up. We were going to head to Texas, go to Austin for the next week to go to play in Round Rock. And I got a call from my manager, missed it. And then I looked at my phone, missed it. And I was like, okay, I got to call him back. What is this? And then he goes, hey, you're getting called up to the big leagues. Come get your stuff. You're going to get a call from the travel secretary in a few minutes, giving you your flight plan and all that stuff. Congratulations. We're not going to be here because we're about to take off. But I'll be there in 20 minutes. So if you're there, we'll say goodbyes and stuff like that. So I was freaking out. It was crazy. They were filming everything. It's part of on the YouTube, and then on the Dodgers page, you can see kind of this is what getting called up is like. It was crazy. So I had just packed shorts and t-shirts because there's no dress code in AAA. You wear whatever you want. And then it was supposed to be 100 degrees and 100% humidity in Texas for the whole week. So I went back, threw everything out of my suitcase, all around my apartment, and repacked it because I was am I going to be there a day? Am I going to be there a week, a month? I don't know. So I packed my life away. And my flight was in 2 hours from the phone call and got there, but I had to go to Dallas. And then, so I flew, or Denver. It might have been Denver. I don't know. One of the two, Dallas or Denver. Wherever it was, I got there we had delayed in Oklahoma City. We sat on the tarmac for 30 minutes. And I'm oh gosh. I'm not going to do this. We got there. I had 20 minutes from my landing to get from B 75 all the way to C 20. And I'm well, no chance I'm making it. I'm texting the secretary yo, I'm gonna try to make this flight, but we got delayed, so I don't know. And I hauled and I ran. I was sweating so much, I was so hot. And I made it on the plane. I was well, at least I'm gonna make it. My bags might not make it, but I made it. So that's the important part. Made it, got to Pittsburgh.
So what was it like taking the hill for the first time, as a big leaguer? Obviously, did you have nerves, or were you just kind of out there trying to stay calm? Because when we talked to you the last time, you had mentioned how you're just trying to one of the things you were working on was being composed and everything. But in that moment, I feel it would be really hard to.
Yeah, it was tough. I think one of the tougher points was walking out of the tunnel and through the dugout, when I first got there, to go warm up and throw. And then when I ran out on the field, and I stood on the mound, I grabbed the ball, and I just kind of did one of those look arounds and just try to soak it all in. And then once I threw the first pitch, I felt I was fine. I definitely was amped up, it would have been it felt like a save situation. You come in, you're fired up. So I definitely had some nerves and anxiousness and all that stuff going on, but I just tried to soak it all in. No matter what, I was I'm making my debut. My dreams are coming true. Everything I dreamed of in the backyard in Indiana, playing wiffle ball with my boys, trying to emulate all the cool players. I'm doing what I always have set out to do. So having that, I was no matter what happens, I'm just going to enjoy the day as much as I can.